Good afternoon, everybody. Hello and welcome to the afternoon Rabble here on the Rangers Rabble podcast. Now, I'm going to say I'm tired, folks. I'm really. I was up late last night. I couldn't sleep, and when you get to my age and you don't sleep, then it's really difficult because I feel like I'm just getting old. Really old. And straight into it, folks. Gallant Pioneer member for 8 months. Here's to the next 8 months of annoying Martin. You've probably given me about 2.5 years worth of annoyance in that 8 months, Gallant, to be fair. Some of the pictures which cannot be shown. Uh, Otherwise, I'd be up for war crimes probably. I can't show any of those pictures. Hello, how are you? How is everybody? How's your Thursday gone so far? Yeah, take a break. My missus would say my life is a break. James, if I sit down, it's you're not doing anything. Currently weeding the garden, and I don't know about any of yous, right? But I despise gardening. Like it's I would no, I was gonna say something else. I hate gardening. I despise it. It's the worst thing ever invented. So I certainly won't be doing any of it. But what's everybody else's plans for the day? Obviously, early kick-off tonight. Not a fan of early kick-offs, but nothing we can do about it. So what's your plans leading up to the game? Where are you watching the game? You're watching it in the house, you're heading down to the pub at the back. It's a good excuse, isn't it, to say to the other half, well, you need to go to the pub to watch the Rangers, Get yourself down to the pub, or are you watching it in the house? Yeah. Work, rubbish, yes. Well, we've all got to do it. We've got to do it. 5:45 kick-off the night, which is, yes, brutal. Yes, brutal. But you're looking forward to the game tonight, actually, is more of the question. I know there'll be a few people looking forward to the watch along that we're going to be doing. And I promise no pens will be harmed in the making of the watch along. That is a promise. So we'll be on at about 5:35 the night. That Alan, come on. We all know how to get out of family events to watch Rangers. It's not difficult. Just say you're not feeling well. Stay home, watch Rangers. That's pretty much all you need to do. But I know what yous are here for, folks. I know what yous are all tuning in for. The greatest video graphic known to man. Nothing's ever been done like it before. Nothing will ever be done like it again. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the next 7 seconds of absolute beauty.
Question of the day.
If you can find me a better segue graphic than that, then I'll call you a liar. I will absolutely call you a liar. Bit of fun in the question of the day today, to be honest. It is, what actor would you pick to star in a movie about your life? My life's not really that interesting, so it would be a really boring film. But what actor would you pick to star in a movie about your life? That's a different. I mean, who would I pick? Does Phil Collins count as an actor? I think he does. Yeah, Tom Hardy. Yeah, okay. Aye, all right. RFC 72. Does Tom Hardy look like you? Does he? Um, that's a good shout, Carol Pilkington. Do you know what? I'd probably pick him or not, to be fair. Gallant's gone with Tom Hanks. I didn't realise you were so woke, Gallant. Yeah, there we go. Brian's gone for Ben Affleck, just so you can be married to Jennifer Lopez. And let's be honest. See, I thought that Tim, like Liam or Noel Gallagher, would have like made an appearance in like a short film or something, and you would have been able to pick one of them. So yeah, I'm 6'4", so I'd pick Joe Pesci for a buzz. Mind that time Tom Cruise done the Jack Reacher film or something, and Jack Reacher's meant to be like 6'5", and Tom Cruise is like 4'2", and he played Jack Reacher. Unbelievable. But everybody's 6'4" these days. I don't know what's going on with folks. But yeah, so that is your question of the day. What actor would you pick to star in a movie about your life? And just for one last time to annoy London, here comes the greatest video graphic of all time.
Question of the day.
And I get caught vaping. Right at the end, I get caught vaping. Alan, how are you?
All right, Martin, all right. Afternoon, everyone. Aye, all right, mate.
What actor are you? Because you've had about 7 or 8 minutes now to think about it. What actor would you pick to star in a movie about your life?
No idea. Honestly, it's a hard one, isn't it? Everybody says, oh, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, but it's like, obviously, Colton. But no idea, not got that interest in a life, to be honest. I think I'd probably better go with some unknown actor. I don't know. I've obviously got no idea. Not led an event of life to have a film about me, so.
No, no. But see, I'll take the guy who played the Elephant Man.
John Hurt.
Nah, I would, but you'd have to have that makeup on.
Aesthetics on. I suppose I can see the resemblance of you, but
exactly, just to play me. I think you'll find it's just extremely cold in this room, Gallant. So if I breathe too heavy, then loads of puff comes out. Alan, your first time on the YouTube, the afternoon shows. How are you?
Aye, good. Looking forward to the night. Probably shouldn't be, but we'll see how it goes. You know, Rangers in Europe, it's an unpredictable thing. So we could win. We could. I mean, it's going to either go in either way. But the only way I'm really looking about Europe is getting a wee bit of financial gain, isn't it? That's all we've really got for it.
Yeah. And by the way, yesterday's question, Alan, was when is it okay? When is it suitable to put Christmas decorations up? Now that got the chat going.
Yep.
So when do you think it's suitable and okay to put Christmas decorations up?
Probably start of December. But I'm one of these ones, Martin. Seeing Boxing Day, decorations are down.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's no Christmas anymore. You're 360 odd days away for Christmas. But I remember that time it was really bad snow years and years ago. Maybe 10 years ago, we put the decorations up mid-November just to sort of get into the festive atmosphere. But no, I would rather have them up before it and then straight down. I love Christmas, love the Christmas spirit, but as soon as it's gone, it's gone.
When was the last time it snowed at Christmas?
I know, it's rubbish. I know. A couple of years ago was Boxing Day, remember?
Did it? Boxing Day?
I don't think it was, probably wasn't that heavy, but I'm sure it was snowing on Boxing Day. But I know it's a myth. I'm always saying that to my kids. Oh, it used to snow at Christmas, and they're like, no, it doesn't. It's just rain. You know what I mean? So
no,
I love it. That's what makes Christmas.
I remember being away and literally on Christmas Day, the cars couldn't drive on the roads because there was just that much snow.
I know. You had good summers and bad winters, and it's global warming, isn't it? It's another topic, isn't it?
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
We'll do a separate show about global warming and politics and all that. We'll do one of those.
Yes, that will get the Rabble cancelled. Absolutely. Neil's saying that Davy Dodds would play him in a film. Davy Dodds an actor.
What does he look like?
He's a footballer. Is it the same Davy Dodds that played for Dundee United?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. What does he look like on his picture?
Yeah,
that's another Elephant Man one, isn't
it? Yes. The sniper would go Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman's far too cool to play me in a film.
Yeah,
far too cool. And Gallant, of course, he's went Mel Gibson because why would Gallant not go Mel Gibson? It's yeah. I think Ricky Gervais said it all about the Mel of the Gibson. To be fair, Ken Dodd, I know. Do you ever remember that Still Game episode where the guy's wife looked like Ken Dodd? No.
Yeah, I do. I remember it now. The teeth in that.
I can't remember what the joke was in it, but I think they were talking about something, and instead of saying Diddy, he said Doddy. Oh, I'm easy pleased. I'm very easy pleased. Right, before we get into today's Rangers chat, I will do the Who Am I quickly. Like I say, I'm changing it because too many people get it straight away. So I'm going to try and make it slightly more difficult, right? So I signed for Rangers in 1997. This is the first clues, right? I signed for Rangers in 1997 and I made over 200 appearances. So I signed for Rangers in 1997 and I made over 200 appearances. Who am I? Now, obviously, Alan, you don't be saying anything. I know you don't know, but don't be
Don't
saying
know.
anything.
I'm hopeless at these ones, honestly.
I signed for Rangers in 1997 and I made over 200 appearances. Who am I? There we go. That was ushering in the kind of new era at Rangers. That kind of 98, 97, 98. So yeah. So I made my Rangers debut in 1997. Who am I? And I made over 200 appearances. Right, Alan, let's talk some Rangers, shall we?
Sure.
Tom Lawrence, again, out for several weeks,
Yeah.
which, if you look at our recent games, if you look at Tom's recent form, it's a bit of a blow.
Is it? I don't know.
Goals-wise, it is.
I know he's chipped in with a couple of goals and that, but I don't know. I don't really like offers really that much. That's what I'm saying to my pals. He just runs about as if he's got cement in his shoes. Don't think he does. Put it this way, for me personally, it's not a loss. He's I think when we signed the Tom Lawrence that we signed was a great player, but since he's came here, injuries, form, I think the way the squad's going is we can't rely on players that are just injury prone. You can't have can't have a run of games. It's like you can't pick a settled team because it's like, well, that's your first 11, but 5 of them are injury prone, so you can't have a first. It's like Ridvan, he's in and out of the team constantly. But no, don't get me wrong. On his day, Tom Lawrence can be a good player, but for goals wise, he's good. But I don't really think he offers that much, to be honest.
Do you not feel though that in recent games when we've been struggling to score goals, let's be honest, he has popped up with some absolutely crucial goals?
You know when he's there, he's hanging about the 20-yard line. You know what I mean? You think he's going to have a shot. He's capable of scoring a goal for that distance, which probably not a lot of our players are. But I don't know. It's like he's playing in the 10. Honestly, I would just rather have Bayrami in the 10. I think he's never been given a proper chance to actually show what he's capable of. And then a lot of people are saying they don't want him playing on the left. He was actually signed to be the number 10. And he's stuck out on the left. It's like if you're playing one of your best players out of position, you're not going to get the best out of the team. That's just the way I think it. Don't understand why he's not playing the number 10. He's the thing we've all said with Clement. He's got his favourites, and no matter what, you're not going to change his mind.
Every manager's got their favourites, though, don't they? You see that across. You absolutely see that across world football, and
I don't know.
Listen, I get your point about Lawrence. I get that, you know, and there's some people in the comments, Alan, saying he's a moments player.
Yeah,
I get that, and I can completely understand that. He's not exactly the most mobile, but I just think that when it's mattered in the last kind of 2 months, he has pulled us out a hole in terms of his goals and his play. Albeit, I do accept that it's in moments.
Yeah, I mean his goal against Hibs was a belter. That was a cracker, but you can't rely on him doing that every match. And it was an innocuous thing he done. The game we get injured, he was back in his own half. He just hoofed the ball at the pitch, and he's done his quad. I mean, it's like I know when Clement came in, he was banging on about Beale and these injuries and this and that and the next thing, and it's like it's a mirrored example now, isn't it? He's taking charge, and we've got all these players getting injured as well. It's like just all the Rangers curse, isn't it?
Well, he was saying yesterday in the presser that in terms of injuries in the squad, that the team's a lot better off than where it was last season.
No, well, he says these things, doesn't he? But I'm in the frame of mind now. I can't really trust Clement. He just talks in riddles. He's just. I heard them banging on about Sterling and all that, and he said he can't do a full 90 minutes and all that type of stuff, and he's got a wee injury, and it's like, well, you can't do a full 90 minutes when you bring him on at 60 minutes on the pitch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Start him and see how long he lasts. He might last 90 minutes. He might last. The way Sterling's been going, he'll end up getting injured as well. But you just don't know unless you give these players a chance. That's the thing, and he just doesn't seem to be bothered with it.
Do you think that's like, in terms of that? I don't know what it's like for other clubs because I don't focus on other clubs. But see this coming back for an injury, and then once they're back training, it's at least another 46 weeks before they get put on the bench, and then they get 15 minutes here and there. you think we're probably one of the worst teams for actually trying to get injured players back?
Well, Clement seems to be listening to these sports scientists quite a lot, doesn't he? I mean, you hear him talking about it, oh, so-and-so can't manage a full game, so-and-so can't manage this, and it's like, sports scientists, obviously, it's before 20, 30 years ago, we didn't really have sports scientists and players just come back for injuries, and I mean, you never actually know. I mean, I just think there's too much involvement in all this type of stuff with Clement. Sit on the bench, as you're saying, sit on the bench for a couple of games, come on for 10 minutes. That's not going to get anybody's fitness up. You know what I mean? And what do they do in training? That's what I don't get. Training is probably a lot more physical sometimes. They're training for a couple of hours a day, I would assume, rather than 60 minutes. They're running about, they're kicking the ball, they're doing all these other things. So obviously what he sees in training, we see differently on the pitch. And what we see on the pitch is different from what he sees on the pitch half the time. You know what I mean?
Have you listened to the post matches? Then albeit he's a professional football manager and I'm a professional fat guy who sits at a computer for most of his life. But yeah, Scott Kerr, enjoyed your pod with David Edgar again. Martin, thank you very much. If you haven't seen it yet, obviously it's available wherever you download your audio podcasts. And it's also available on the YouTube channel. Every fortnight, me and David Edgar yesterday it was about VHSs and do you remember them, Al? The Rangers VHSs? Are you old enough?
I'm 43. So
oh, you're well older than me, so you
I'm,
look younger.
I'm older, yeah. No, I obviously grew up VHSs. I've still got one at the loft. For some reason, I've just never got rid of it. I've got a couple of VHSs. I think I've got WrestleMania 7 on VHS still. I've got a couple. I'm sure what David was talking about yesterday with the Rangers videotapes. I think I maybe got a couple. I'm sure I've got one with Andy Goram's signature on it. And it was pre-season games as well. I can't mind the name of them. It was a pre-season tournament we were at.
Oh, I probably had it. I had every single one of them.
That's back in the day, physical media now, isn't it?
Oh, and then the tape would get stuck and you had to wind the tape back with the back of the VHS.
Somebody tape over it, and that was brilliant. And then the days change when you get a long play VHS player, and instead of being 4 hours, you could use it up to 8 hours and all that sort of stuff. That was brilliant. I know. Nostalgia's brilliant.
And then you could record stuff when you were leaving the house, but you had to put it to the right channel. If you put it to the wrong channel on the VHS player, it just recorded nothing but lines across the screen. And man, those were the days. Those were the absolute days. They absolutely were. Right, okay. What actor would you pick to star in a movie about your life? Right, get those answers in, folks. Interesting to see who people would pick. I think it goes a long way to telling somebody's personality with the person that they pick. So yeah, get those answers in, folks. What actor would you pick to star in a movie about your life? And thank you to everybody who's got their answers in for the Who Am I? I'm going to give you the second clue, which I think might give it away. I don't know. I never featured for my international team. However, I did play 2 under-21 internationals, and I started my career in 1988 at Barry. No, not in Wales. So I started my career in 1988 at Barry. I signed for Rangers in 1997 and made over 200 appearances. I think that's quite a good clue there, Gallant. I think that's made it pretty obvious for me. I would have got it on that, to be fair. So, who am I? Hey, all right, don't rub it in, Lyndon. Right, I know that I'll look about 10 years older than him, right, and I'm actually 8 years younger. So don't rub it in. I tell you, Lyndon's got it out for me. So, what's your answers for the Who Am I? Come on, get them. Not many right. Not many right at all.
Clueless at these ones.
Started his career at Barry. Moved to Rangers in 1997. Made over 200 appearances. The third clue will give it away. The third clue will absolutely give it away, which I will say in a minute. And as soon as I say it, boom, you'll all be in the comments. Absolutely all be in the comments. So who takes that 10 spot tonight then, Alan? for you?
Well, for me, by Rami, but it's obviously going to be Diamande, isn't it?
Do you think he'll leave? Do you think he'll leave by Rami at left because he doesn't trust anybody else to come into that position?
We've not really got anybody else, to be honest, haven't we not? Who have we got? I mean, the only one we can really go with is Jeffrey, but then you're talking about who plays at left back, and so one of my dogs barking. Just depends who you've got. I would really love to see Bayrami playing at number 10, but obviously when Lawrence come off, they brought on Diamande, so I think you'll probably see the team that finished, but obviously without Danilo. For some strange reason, Danilo's been left out of the Euro squad as well, which I can't fathom. But it's probably going to be obviously Dessa's up front.
Look, I'll put it straight back to you right now. Obviously, we are not managing Rangers, right? We're not under the pressure and the scrutiny that Philip Clement's under, right? We're not fighting for our job every week, right? I get all that, right? And you're saying who else could we play out on the left? Now, just off the top of my head, just throwing something at you, you're saying, well, who would you play? Would you have to move Jeffrey up? We've got a young player there in Zach Lovelace, who, albeit as a striker, but can play out wide.
100%.
Right?
Yep.
And we also have Igaman, who has shown when he's came on and he's played that forward role that he likes to drift out into wide areas. See if you're Clement and you're looking at what's going on about the football club right now and you're trying to figure out ways to try and play differently. See, rather than just continuously making the same changes when you have to, due to injuries or in the 60th minute or whatever, could you not look to maybe just try something different? So that, and do you know what? See if he goes out and he plays Zach Lovelace at left wing with Igaman through the middle or Dessers or whoever, and it doesn't work. He can say, well, look, this is what I've got. Tried it.
Yeah. Well, aye. Brilliant. If it was me or you, aye, definitely. I think Lovelace is a good wee player. Why not give him a shot? But you know for 100% fact, Clement's not going to do it. He's not. I would love him to see. I would love him to see him switching things up a wee bit. And at the end of the day, I think if he goes out there and he tries to be different and things, we don't have a good result or somebody, you know what I mean, that doesn't work out. He'd say, well, at least we've gave him. At least he's tried. But he does the same old. That's the thing. For me personally, with Clement, it's a stay execution. Things might be rosy for a month.
I don't think things will ever be rosy again unless we win
the league. I know, but if we get a couple of good results, it might paper over the cracks for a wee while. But obviously, we'll come up against Celtic in December. I mean, the thing is, I think we've actually got a good spine of a team there. You know what I mean? Obviously, Butland's not been playing as good as he has been. I like Suter. I think when Suter's on his day, he's brilliant. But you know he's always capable of these wee muck-ups. And then you've got Barn in the middle. You're just missing a real good striker up front to have a proper spine of a team. You know what I mean? But it's Clement. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. And as I said on the member show the other day, I think he thinks he's bulletproof. I think the way the board, whatever they've been told him, under no circumstances will we be sacking you, no matter how the results go. Obviously, it depends how the fans react and if we react with our feet no turning up to games. But that's how I think. I think he's just that he's pig-headed. He's got his favourites. He won't change things, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, remember, we're into November now, 7th of November, and this is when the team's meant to be clicking and playing brilliant, and we're dire to watch. Sometimes, I mean, don't get me wrong, against Motherwell there was a couple of wee good bits of play, but you can't expect that. You can't expect a couple of good bits of play for 90 minutes, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's torture.
It is. It can be. And we will be right back after this short message from our sponsor.
New Leeds Electrical. To our customers, we are
accommodating,
top lads,
exceptional,
fantastic,
innovative,
reliable,
professional,
trustworthy,
professionals.
based in the North East and carrying out work throughout Scotland. Join our list of happy customers.
Contact New Leeds Electrical now on 01779 487 261.
There you go. Thank you to our sponsor, New Leeds Electrical. Right, I'm going to ask you your thoughts for the night and how you think it's going to go, etc., etc. Just before I do, I'm going to give you the third and final clue for the Who Am I. There seems to be some argument in the comments. So this will finally cap it off for you folks. Right. So the first clue was I signed for Rangers in 1997 and made over 200 appearances. The second clue was I started my career in 1988 at Barry, Bari, folks. And the third clue, and this is where everybody's going to be stamping on their keyboards, I also captained Rangers. So, does that make it any clearer for you, Alan?
Aye, they're saying Amoruso, so that's what I'm going to go for, isn't it?
Well, you're not supposed to say it, but there you go.
They're saying Perini, they're saying Harold Shipman I've seen there as well. I don't think it's him, but...
Yeah, Alan is the second person to ruin the Who Am I?
Yeah, you didn't confirm it was the right answer, so...
I just did. It's Lorenzo Amoruso. There we go. Alan ruined it. So, everybody boo Alan.
All right.
Boo. But yeah, there was a few people saying Perini. But yeah,
yes,
Lorenzo. And by the way, for those folk, and the reason why I said it was over 200 appearances was because I looked on Wikipedia and then I actually looked at a proper stats site. And Wikipedia says that he's only got 140. My missus just opened the door and went, I got it right. Wikipedia says that he only made 149 appearances, which is wrong. He made over 200 appearances. So to those of you who use Wikipedia, so there we go. So yes, Amoruso played over 200 times for Rangers. He started his career at Barry, and he was captain of the football club. Well, I didn't know that Wiki only gave you league appearances, so there we go. Because I know, folks, I'm not a cheater like most of yous out there in internet land. So congratulations to Multiple Man, to Buffalo Alberts, to Test Video, to Brian, to Alan Neal, to John Linden. All got it right. Well done. Congratulations to you folks. Not congratulations to you folks that Googled it to get the answer, though, and I know who you are. Right? I know who you are. Right, Alan, tonight, what's your thoughts?
Thoughts are hopefully get a draw. Well, not hopefully get a draw, hopefully get a win. But I mean, I'm lost for words. I don't really know. Obviously, honestly get a win. Podcast, I know exactly. No, hopefully get a win, but honestly don't know. We're so indifferent this season. You know what I mean? Obviously we get scalped off Leon, done well against whatever you want to call them.
FCSB.
Yes, Steaua Bucharest, right?
Oh no! Oh no! You get into trouble for saying that.
No, you can't say that. But our European games, you get into a European game, funnily enough, now being a Rangers fan, expecting good things. Obviously, when it's a league, Scottish stuff, you don't expect good things. So, I don't know, hostile atmosphere, all this stuff. I'll just go 1-0 Rangers.
Are you looking forward to it?
No. Not anymore. It's just not. As I said in November, I'd just put a pin in this season and start over again. If I could go back to the start of the season and rewind it back, I would. I just don't see any negatives coming for this. The only negative I can see for this season is Connor Barron.
Positives.
Positives. Sorry, positives. That's the only thought positive I can see so far in this season. Connor Barron, brilliant wee player. That's it.
And Kelso, your bass, Rangers are like a bag of Rebels. You never know what you're going to get. Is that not like a box of chocolates? Is that not the old Forrest Gump? No.
Well, you don't know what you're getting in Rebels either.
Well, this is true. Is true.
Well,
is the most important thing tonight then for you? Because I've spoke to a lot of people about this, about the Europa League this year. How do we feel about it? A lot of people are a bit, because of the league performances and because we haven't won the league now for 3 years. Is it a case, do you think, of just putting in a good performance tonight and coming away with some credibility? Is that the most important thing, do you think? Obviously, it'd be lovely to win. We're Rangers. We want to win every game. We want to go as far as we can in the competition. But as somebody said to me last night, as long as it's not a Liverpool or a Leon job.
You go out there and show a good performance. I think if we go out there and show a couple of good interchanges of play, good for creating chances and that sort of stuff, nobody really looks back and think, look at the games we've played in Europe before. That's the whole point. A lot of Rangers fans we get into and think, we're going to do well in Europe, as I said before. But don't know, it's hostile atmosphere. That's the thing, and I think some of our players don't probably handle hostile atmospheres too well. Cough, cough, James Tavernier.
Well,
if he's playing.
I'll ask you. I'll ask you. You've segued into the final question absolutely perfectly there, Al.
Yep, that's it. Didn't even know it.
Do you expect any surprise starts tonight?
No. As I said, I think he'll pretty much go with the team that was played on Sunday. But I know, I was going to say I know for a fact. Obviously, I don't know for a fact. I think he will start.
What information have you got behind the scenes?
None. It's just Mystic Meg, isn't it? No, I think it's not that you know that. It's the fact is that Clement doesn't change. He doesn't. Does he really pull a lot of surprises out? I hope he doesn't. I hope he does go with Sterling. The only way to say Tavernier, if he shows up tonight, is if Sterling maybe lasts 70 minutes and he takes him off and brings Tav on. But I think for me personally, he's a liability now. His teams are just attacking his left, right, and centre down there. He doesn't try to get back. I just think teams just look at it now and think that's your weak link, and especially when they're playing European teams, they'll just, if he can't handle Maeda at Celtic, he's not going to be able to handle top class European players. You know what I mean? They've got a couple of good wee players as well in this team. I can't mind the wee 17-year-old boy. What's his name? Moose. I wrote it down, but I rubbed it out on my jersey. Moose something. It's my pen's. I was leaning on my pen. It was rubbed out. It's all over my jumper. I can't mind his name.
What about your salmon pink jumper?
Musakidis or something. I can't.
What colour's that jumper? Salmon pink.
Don't know. My wife bought it for me.
I don't use that excuse.
She bought it for me. It's nice and cosy in the house.
That's a terrible excuse.
It is. It's got Mr. Burns on it.
I'll accept that.
It's not just a pink no brand Primark effort. You know what I mean? It does have something on it. No, my wife bought it for me.
What's wrong with no brand Primark?
I've got no Primark trackies on there now. Just sitting there. No, there's nothing. I'm not saying I like Primark. Maybe we could get a wee sponsorship deal with Primark here now.
Primark want to sponsor us. I'm more
happy. I like Primark. I would, if I won the lot, that's what I said, if I won the lottery, millions, I'd still shop in Primark. I wouldn't be going to buy my £100. We're talking, I can see your Rangers top. I couldn't actually pay that money, Martin, £70 for a football top. Absolutely no chance.
It was actually a present.
Was it?
Yeah.
I couldn't, honestly. I couldn't. And if I said to my wife, I'm going to buy a new Rangers top for £70, I'd get chucked out. There's absolutely no chance that I'd be allowed. No chance to spend that amount of money.
Well, if folk are looking for stuff, right? Because it's getting towards that time where you like to get Christmas presents and stuff like that. And none of the Rabble stuff is £75. So if you're looking for a hoodie, a snoodie, a jumper, keyring, tote bag, teddy bear, head over to the Rangers Rabble merchandise website, which is in the link in the description. And I believe we're also doing pint glasses now. I'm not 100% sure if that's on the website, or you have to email rangersrabble@gmail.com, which you have to do for your travel mugs. So you have to email for your travel mugs, rangersrabble@gmail.com. And I think right now you're bang on the banana t-shirts as well. If you're wanting one of them, then you have to email rangersrabble@gmail.com as well. But the Rabble shop link is in the description if you fancy doing a bit of early Christmas shopping. Alan, thanks very much, buddy.
Cool. So we're doing a salmon pink Rabble one as well.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, I'll get one.
Well, see people watching this back, because I've not got time to look at the answers now. Salmon pink, yes or no? Get it in the comments under the video. Would you take a salmon pink hoodie? Donald's already said no, and he's in charge of merchandise. However, it's not just up to Donald. If people want a salmon pink Rangers Rabble hoodie, then I will make sure that is available. Donald, you're only one no counts, so stop putting in hunters a nose. So listen, folks, that will do us there. We are back at 5:35 tonight for members for the watch along, and then of course we're back on the public YouTube not long after the game for full live match reaction. So thank you to everybody for tuning in. I hope it gives you a bit of a distraction for half an hour during the day while you're at your work or you're on your lunch break or it's your day off or whatever. Thank you, Alan, for jumping on. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yours. See you later.
Yep. Speak to you soon. I'll speak to you soon, everybody. If you're
Cheers,
not
man.
on the members show, I'll see you on the reaction.